Alright, so this is a review on the album The Velvet Rope by Janet Jackson. This was released back in 1997. Right, how old was I? Let me guess. I can't even guess. I shouldn't guess. Let me see what the actual date is released. So I know. Okay, so it was around. Okay, it was around the 7th of October, 1997. So I guess I was um how I wasn't no 98. I would have been 10 then. So I was 9. Yeah, I was 9. Y'all know I'm showing my age. And what? How old was you when this came out? Was you even born? Let me know. Leave your answer in the comment section below. I would like to know. That would be interesting. Alright, so basically there is okay, let's start with the artwork, right? The artwork, head is down, more or less. You can see that, you know, yeah, like it's interesting how her head is. Like what's going through her mind. It's very interesting. Yeah. So it looks like there's a lot going through her mind from that perspective, right? But anyway, there is 22 tracks, and first is the interlude, Twisted Elegance. Then there's the song Velvet Rope, featuring Vanessa May. Then there's You. Yeah, the song's called You. Then Got Till It's Gone, featuring Q-Tip and Joni Mitchell. In fact, let me talk about it now. It's only up until when I listened to this album again, yeah, I only clocked who Joni Mitchell was. Because in that song, Q-Tip goes, Joni Mitchell wouldn't lie, or something like that. Joni Mitchell wouldn't lie. I'm thinking, who the hell is Joni Mitchell? Then I look at the feature, and it's like, right, she's an actual artist. She's a Canadian singer-songwriter. Like, yeah, anyway. Then there is the interludes, which is a speakerphone. Let me think. Okay, yeah. So that the speakerphone, that's basically with her sister-in-law at that time, which is okay. You probably think with sister-in-law. It's actually Lisa Marie Presley, in it. Michael Jackson's wife at the time, in it, which is interesting. Like, it's interesting when you deep them type of things. Like, huh? But I thought, right, that's kind of normal. It's a normal thing. Yeah. Then there is My Need. Then there's another interlude, which is Fasten Your Seatbelts. Then there's a Go Deep. Then there's a Free Zone. Then there is another interlude, which is Memory. Then there's the song Together Again. Then there's another interlude, which is Online. Then there's Empty. Then there's another interlude, which is Full. Then there's What About. Then there's Every Time. Then Tonight's the Night. Yeah, Tonight's the Night. And then I Get Lonely. Then Rope Burn. Then Anything. Then another interlude, Sad, which is called Sad. Then there's the special hidden track, Can't Be Stopped. Yeah, so I genuinely believe the good thing about, like, Janet Jackson, not even just a good thing. I don't talk about great thing. The great thing about Janet Jackson is her unique voice, right? So what she's able to do is have a voice where she's able to have a sexy side to her, yeah, a sexy, seductive side to her. Because even when she was on the phone on the speakerphone, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. If Janet Jackson called me, like, no pervert thing, yeah, man would be turned on, just because of the way she sounds. Like, it's so seductive. It's so, like, she should do ASMR videos. I'm telling you. Listen. Yeah. There's something about that feminine, soft voice that just turns me on. There's something about it. But this ain't about me being attracted to, or whatever the case is. Yeah. It's just that, you see what I mean? Like, so in fact, if we're gonna talk about that, a guy that's listening to this for the first time, or knowing about Janet Jackson for the first time, I don't know how, but anyway, yeah, if you want in terms of learning about Janet Jackson. I know sometimes it should be about their music, which it should be, but sometimes the sex appeal is the route some people have to go down anyway. And that's the sex appeal there, her voice and the way she looks. You know what I mean? Like, she's a fine woman. But, there was something else as well. So, yeah. And then, there was one particular song. There's two songs there. One of them, I think it's the same song, but one is more upbeat or up tempo, and then the other one's a slower version. And the up tempo one is the one I think it's excuse me. So there's two versions. There's every time which is the slower version. No, my bad. No, empty, which is the slower version. Then there's together again, which is the up tempo one. And I've only really more familiarized with the up tempo one. You see, and I didn't realize what the song was really about back then, but now I understand the deepness of it. Yeah. So it's interesting. This is what I like about Janet Jackson, is the fact of she's able to have these type of tracks. She's able to let you know that people go through this particular situation. Do you see what I mean? Like, and when I talk about particular situation, it's something that people genuinely go through. Yeah. So that's one thing. Another thing is Free Zone, which I thought when I first heard it, I was like, wait, is she talking about what I think she's talking about? She was, or I don't know if she still is, but, you know, an advocate for the alphabet community. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, no disrespect when I call them that. It's just that they continue to add letters, so I might as well just call them that, because there's going to be some letters that I'm going to forget, or, you see what I mean? So let me just say the alphabet community, and it's done and dusted, so you understand what I mean. Yeah. So that was very interesting, and I think I read an article as well, because I want to be sure, and I want to be sure exactly what it was. And she did mention she doesn't mind if people insinuate or think that she's gay or whatever. I'm thinking, huh? You don't mind? Me, I mind. But then again, you can't really help how people think or feel about you. So, do you know what I mean? So maybe that was her way of just saying, look, people are going to talk anyway. You know what I mean? They're going to talk anyway. As long as you know your truth, and if you believe in God and God knows your truth and knows your heart and knows your intentions, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that song was very, very interesting, because sometimes you look at life and you may think, oh no, that's the right way of living, or God said you're meant to live this way, boom, boom, boom. But really and truly, let me not get deeply religious, yeah, or attack religious people or whatever. I'm not about that, because I do believe in God, but it's the thing of sometimes, look, if you understand that the Bible has been rewrote, been edited so many times, you're going to realize there's certain things that are in it that shouldn't be in it. Not anyway. Let me not get into that. Let's not get into that. But yeah, like, there's so many songs on it that I like. Though other than that, as usual, I'm gonna take one song because in context or out of context, it is what it is, and that is I Get Lonely. Because look, the reality of life is sometimes you will be in a situation when you feel lonely. And some people get into situationships or relationships because they feel lonely. Yeah? Like they can't bear to be by themselves. Do you see what I mean? Like, in fact, I was like that at one point. I won't lie to you, I was. Until God just put me in a situation where he's like, no homie, nah. I'm gonna sit your ass down and you're going through a fucking, well, God, I don't know if God swears, but anyway, you're going through a drought, and I'm gonna make you learn in this drought. You see what I mean? And this is what you should do as well if you feel lonely, right? Like take this time to learn more about yourself, learn what your true purpose is, your personal mission on earth is, and learn how to deal with your emotions and your emotions and your problems effectively. Then also learn how to develop yourself as either a man or as a woman, or plus learn how dating and relationships actually work. So when you combine all of that together, naturally when that person comes into your life, it's always going to be in a situation where it's not because you feel lonely. It's going to be a thing where they add more value to your life, and you're able to add to their life, and the situation is more sustainable. Because there's always a situation where it's not sustainable when you feel clingy and all that stuff there to them because you feel lonely, and you know what I mean. And this was so mad, especially for men. Yeah, if a man is clingy towards a woman, she is going to go somewhere else. Like, it's just gonna happen. Women don't want a man that is clingy. Yeah, they want a man that cares about them, that wants to be there in their life and all that stuff there. But she doesn't want a man that's clingy, which is interesting because you would think the way they want so much time with it, they want time and all this stuff there. You would think that would work, but nah, that's not the case. You know what I mean? Like, there's levels to this, and women. Here's the thing. Here's what's so mad. Like, it's okay for women to be clingy, but men don't like women that are clingy because men need their space to be able to do what they need to do. And trust me, I've been there where I've had women that are super clingy, even when I'm at work and I'm like, yo, babe, listen, I've got to go. Yeah, my break time is over. It's been over in over like a minute now. I've got to go. And she wants to stay there on her phone like, just one more minute. Huh? No, I've got to go. You know what I mean? And then she gets mad. You know what I mean? Then she gets upset at me. I'm telling you. Anyway, let me not go down memory lane too much. But other than that, look, like I said, if you click the link in the description, well, I didn't say, I'm going to say it now. Click the link in the description box below where it says become a member of the Thealkebulantrust. You will get access to online courses such as roles and relationships. That's where you're going to learn how dating and relationships actually work in general. Plus, if you're a woman, you learn how to develop yourself as a woman further. And if you're a man, you learn how to develop yourself further as a man. And also, you will learn in the course to do with career and business what your true purpose is. Yeah. And then the course to do with healthcare, you learn exactly how to develop a mindset where you're able to strengthen your mind to the point where you're able to deal with your emotions and your problems effectively. Alright, so if you've got any other suggestions, go ahead, leave that in the comment section below. I'm going to give this album a 10 out of 10. It's another classic from Janet Jackson from start to finish. You know what I mean? Like, everyone involved did their thing. The videos from this album as well, like, they just bang. Like, she does her thing. You know what I mean? This is why she's an icon. Like, she's an icon in her own right. Like, you know how difficult that must have been to be able to craft out yourself and your own identity from your family. Like, and Michael Jackson had to do the same thing. He had to craft out his own thing, and do you know what I mean? Now he's literally the GOAT. Yeah, so that must be pressure. I don't know how Janet Jackson has done it, but must be pressure. But she did well. But anyway, the link to the album's in the description box below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification because you never know, the video you suggest might just be next.